Hello guys, I'm Mercy and I'm a college student majoring in computer science. I realized that I spend much less time on studying exams than the others I know. I did 3 of my exams after each other on the following days in my last semester and 1 year ago as well. So what is my secret on passing my exam with less time-consuming preparation? And the answer is actually as simple as note-taking. On the summer between my second and third year at university, I went to the US and I bought myself an iPad. I was not sure about the purchase because I preferred physical notebooks like this one. It's the same problem as which is the better, ebooks or actual physical books. Back then I was using an ebook, but I still preferred books because an actual book has a smell. You can easily flip it through and you can just feel it in your hands. There's the same situation with a notebook, an actual notebook and iPad. And I also cannot imagine how can I write nicely on an electronic device.
And then I watched the thousands of videos about taking beautiful notes on an iPad. Those videos are really fascinating, but honestly, taking those kinds of notes takes an hour or more.
Anyway, I gave it a try because I wanted to use less paper. I didn't want to carry all the notebooks everywhere in my backpack and I wanted to take more beautiful notes.
I'm taking notes on an iPad for 2 years now. It turned out it's not hard to write on it in the same way as I wrote on a paper. I'm taking every of my notes on that and I like that I can use any color that I want and I can highlight everything easily. But the most comfortable function is that I can place anything into another part of a page. Oh, and if you're studying maths and you have to draw a lot of graphs or Venn diagrams, your lines and circles will be as perfect as possible. And I remember in the good old days in high school when I printed out pictures to glue them in my notebook. But those days are gone with iPad because you can easily paste any kind of picture into your document. I'm using GoodNotes to take my notes. It's really affordable and have a lot of great functions, but you can try out Notability as well. They are almost the same, there are only minor differences between them.
I have to be honest with you guys, I don't write my notes as beautifully as we can see on those note-taking videos. I never write again my notes at home. I write everything on the lesson because I don't like to spend time on useless things like writing down the exact same thing, only a little bit nicer. I'm trying to make it nice for the first time and that's all. So I like to show you some of my notes that I was taking on my iPad. This is where I had to learn the part of the brain, and as you can see I just pasted here the pictures of the brain and I just labeled the parts and this is how I studied it. Yeah, it looks very interesting in my opinion. You can see this through and yeah, I did a lot of notebooks for practicing and this is for my neurobiology and I just collect all the important information here and you can see it's very transparent. I was using a lot of colors, images, and I really like to organize the information within one page as well. And here you can see there's a definition on the top of it and just subcategories listed on here, and it's really nicely shown the parts of the central nervous system, for example. And with this exact page I like to show you something because back in high school when I learned biology I printed out picture of tissues like these and I like to show you the differences. So this is how it looks like on the iPad, exact same things, pictures of tissues. And this is the very notebook, my biology notebook from 11th grade, and These are the very pictures that I taped into my biology notebook. Look at the differences. Almost the same pictures, but very different note-taking methods. And I like to show you how I organize my notes. So I was always obsessed with note organizing, and this is my physics notebook from high school. And as you can see, I organize every chapter in my notebook, and I even summarize the most important parts at the beginning of each section, and it just makes it really transparent. And you can see that I was using sticky notes a lot, and I made extra pages for the sum ups. Yeah, this is how it looks like. And this is another physics notebooks, and you can see that how I use these little sticky notes for the questions, for example. And at the side I was using sticky notes for marking the starting point of each section, and I labeled the sticky notes with the title of each section. And yeah, and as you can see, I wrote everything at the side of the paper, everything important. I really like to taking notes in an efficient way, and this means that I actually wrote the relevant information with another color on the side of each pages, and it helps me a lot. These are my physics notebooks, and I have to say that I did the best at the physics exam of my class, which kind of means of the whole school. And this is the very notebook that I studied from, so I think it's not an accident. And I really believe in the power of taking nice and organized notes, guys. So if you ever wonder why to take notes, the answer is because it's useful and it helps your visual memory memorize the important things and not the irrelevant. Yeah, I just wanted to show you those because it's interesting, in my opinion, how I took notes in a physical notebooks and how I took notes on this iPad. To summarize, I'm pretty satisfied taking notes on my iPad over an actual notebook. I always try to make better my note-taking methods. I'd like to write down only the relevant information in an organized and transparent way. I believe that with a nicely prepared, organized note, our visual memory can work better and we can study faster. And I think this is my very secret on how I can study faster than the others I know, and how I can spend less time with studying for an exam. That was it for today, guys. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, don't forget to like it physically. See you in my next video.